Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to be building a scaffolding that we can use to get all the way up to the top because we are working up here. So I don't have a ladder that's tall enough to reach the eaves, and we have to put some framing up there, and then we also have to insulate that with the same Insulfast panels. So there's going to be a lot of work up there. I'd rather work off a platform and then doing it off of ladders the whole time. So thankfully we have a neighbor who is kind enough to let us borrow a whole bunch of his scaffolding. So we're going to get that set up in the center, and then I have a plank and one ladder with a ladder jack that I can use to basically add on and reach the corners. So hopefully that's enough. I really don't want to have to buy a different ladder or an actual aluminum plank. So let's see how it goes. So because I'm getting up pretty high, I mean, it'll be 14 feet at the platform where I'm going to be working from, I'm going to tie off. I have up at the top there, I have a fall arrestor, basically lanyard around the truss. It's not the greatest spot, that's all I have right now. And then I have a halo retractable fall arrestor also, so we'll tie into that once we get up there. And then we should be much safer when we're crawling around trying to lift these heavy scaffolding pieces up into place. Okay, the first thing I have to do while I'm up here is I have to put this lug or connector adapter in place. This upright didn't have one. Okay, now we get to lug up the uprights. I think this upright might be bent. I might need to go down below and lever it out. I'm trying to get the other one up. That was a challenge. So both of these scaffolds are bowed in, so they don't slide into the pipes below them. So I have to pry them open. Okay, time for the cross braces. I might go down and get the other platform so I'm not so precariously perched on one platform at a time. So let's just grab the uprights and go for it. Okay, there we go. We have the scaffolding assembled. I was thinking about going up one more set just to have some guardrails, but I didn't think about the eaves hanging over. So we're under the eaves, so that's as far as we can go up, which is plenty far, to be honest. In fact, I probably will take the X brace out of this one for now and just set it off to the side, off of the inside one. That way I can work easier. And this is basically just a safety spot so I can't fall out. Okay, that's going to be my setup. I'll have the ladder with the 2x12 plank, and I've been on that plank quite a bit. If I wasn't tied off, I probably wouldn't use it. I'd try to actually find a legit plank, aluminum plank, but it'll work. So we have that on this ladder here. I'll also work on one half at a time. So now that's set up. I'm ready for work on that tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It is another extremely smoky day on the mountain. Normally you can see across the valley to the other mountain on the other side, but you can just barely make it out there. We're going to work up on the gable end here. We need to put 2x6 furring strips on the outside of the truss there, basically to get the insulation panel in line with the insulation we installed below, because we had the 2x6 tongue and groove that we put on the wall on the outside here for the bottom portion. So we just need to get everything back in plane. So I have my stack of 2x6 sitting right here. We'll just pull those up as we need them, and we'll just put vertical furring strips 16 inches on center. So it shouldn't be too hard. I have to match my angle on my roof, and we'll go from there. So let's get started. As you can see, it's up there quite a ways, so I actually do have the harness, so we'll be tied off the whole time. We have, it's kind of hard to see it, but we have a retractable life lanyard line thing where I clip into that and then it moves around, so I'm tied off, but I can work quite far away from the tie point. So we have that tied off to the roof truss for now, and just move it around as needed. So let's get started. So we're up on the scaffolding now, and I'm tied off to the building. You can see our retractable lifeline here. If you fall too fast, it locks up. Then there's some shock absorbers and all that. But yeah, it's a incredibly smoky day out. Pretty wild. So we're gonna start at the center here. I'll have to figure out my truss, the pitch there, the angle there for the roof. We'll get that board cut. We'll just put one right down the center of the truss here. It goes all the way down to the top of the window, and it'll set on top of that support we have there. So yeah, we just have to go each side. So we have the plank going out to this side, and then we'll have to switch that over to the other side to get this half of the building done. Yeah, we're pretty much the same level as our upstairs loft right now. Okay, the nice part about this framing here is it's symmetrical on both sides of the trusses because we started at the center. So I'm marking my measurements down so then when I get done with one half, or if I want to just do the other half right now, I can just look at my measurements, cut one to that length, and we can get it installed on the other side of the center line. So this is going to be really boring. I am not very talkative when I'm up on the scaffolding because I'm trying to focus. I don't really like heights, so what we'll probably do is just time lapse this, and I'll take you back if anything exciting happens. So I have all of the boards cut that I'll be able to do from the scaffolding. So it's time to move our scaffold plank from this side of the actual scaffolding to the other. So I got the last bit of framing done. You can see right up here, I got this framing done all the way to the end of the soffit there. I got the same thing done on the other side, right up there. Next step, we're gonna get our house wrap rolled out on the ground. So I have a piece that's long enough to cover the whole width of the building. And then we'll cut that, I'll bring it up, I'll staple one corner or nail one corner off. Then we'll stretch it all the way across, nail the other one off. Then we'll go through on the scaffolding and nail it all off. Let's get the house wrap over here and we will roll it out on the ground. Well, there's a little piece at the top yet to do. I need to figure out how I want to do that. I think I need to put a 2x6 or 2x4 across the scaffolding, like ladder steps, and make myself a little work platform up a little bit higher. But we'll deal with that probably tomorrow or whenever I get to it. But yeah, it's nice to see that up. It's really starting to close off the shop. I could basically just put the windows in on this wall and then call this good for the winter now. Yeah, we're about a month and a week or two away from having to leave, so we're trying to get stuff wrapped up as fast as we can. Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to do a quick project here. I want to get the scaffolding broken down, but we need to go all the way up to the tip of the eave there, and we need to get the house wrap installed there so that it's sealed up, and that's how it's going to be for the winter. I'm also, when I'm going to go up there, I have a tie-off point and a fall arrestor hooked up right now, but it's hooked up on the inside because that's all I could reach. Basically, as soon as I get half of the house wrap up, then I can put my new fall arrestor tie point, which is this thing. So you just put a whole bunch of screws in it, and then you can tie off to that. And I'll put it on the outside, just on the house wrap, and that'll be good. That's kind of what we're going to do. I probably won't talk a whole lot while I'm up there because I'm not terribly afraid of heights, but I'm afraid enough, I guess. So I'm fairly well focused when I'm up there. This is going to be the tallest we're going to go, at least for a while. I'd love to have a lift, but yeah, that's another project for another day. So yeah, let's get going. So it's funny, Luna's right on the other side of the plastic from me. She always likes to be close to me and does not know how to handle it when we're on the scaffolding. Right, Luna. Okay, I guess I'll have to get this over with. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm up on a scaffold or a ladder that's really high, my feet get super sore just from like thinking about clinging onto the scaffolding for dear life with my feet. So good to take a break every once in a while and just kind of take a moment, I guess, when you're up at these heights. I also know a lot of people where this isn't even considered something you need to tie off on. So yeah, it is what it is. Okay. Okay, it's trimmed to length. Now I just need to get it nailed up there. Now my problem is I need to get the nails all the way at the top so that I keep like bats and other things from trying to use this place as a nesting box while we're gone. So I'm gonna have to go down and grab at least one more 2x4 and get this set up correctly. Okay, to kind of stabilize this, I'm going to put a ratchet strap across just to hold it. It's definitely not going to be up to OSHA standards. It's just a T30 screw screwed in, but it'll help. Oh, I don't like this at all. Okay, it's just snug. I don't want to tip the scaffolding over towards the building. It's not tied off at the bottom there. but I think we are good to go up. And it's all really for 1 or 2 nails. We're doing this. Put it this way, I highly dislike this. There we go. Oh. This is done. I'm out of here. Oh. I'm calling that good. I'm out of here. We're gonna get this scaffolding broke down, and yeah, we'll leave that green tie point up here for next year when I go to do the building steel here. Yeah, when I do that, I'll probably end up setting my scaffolding further out so I can put another section on, and that way we could put the platform up there and it wouldn't be an issue. But yeah, it's just the wrong height. Yeah, let's get all of the scaffolding broke down. I'll take our tie point off. Just before I pull this platform down, I will take my tie point down also, and then we'll just break this all back down. So let's get started. Heads up. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. It was kind of a high-stress little morning project for me to do. I've been putting it off for quite a while. It is so nice to see all of the scaffolding down, and yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to do the insulation, the furring strips, and the steel on the side of the building this year. That'll be something we'll do next spring or next summer. But right now, it's at least watertight, and yeah, keep the critters out. I was really worried about getting like owls or bats or something up in our storage loft, which wouldn't be good. So if you made it to this point in the video, I want to thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot that you guys choose to watch us and follow along with our adventures. If you want to support Emily and I and these crazy projects like the building here, the best way to do that is to hit that like button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps with the channel. It tells YouTube that this content is worth showing to other new people, so hopefully they can find it interesting as well. If you want to support us in a more direct way, the best way to do that is through our YouTube channel memberships. If you have any questions about what we're doing here on this building, or if you have some safety concerns or basically anything, put it in the comment section down below. It's a great place where people can learn quite a bit of information, because with the audience that we have, there's so much collective knowledge between all of us. I think it's best if we share as much as we can and help other people learn and grow so that they feel like they can take on something like this also. If you like this content and want to see more of it, the best way to ensure that you see it is to hit that subscribe button. That way you see all of our upcoming videos. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you next video. Later.